What's going on, guys? This is zzApotheosis, and today I feel like doing another tutorial. But this time around, I'm going to teach you all how to set up and run a modded Forge server. And this tutorial is recommended for players who want to play with their friends in a private server, not a public server, because everybody knows there's a bunch of griefers out there that like to ruin other people's lives and take poops on your awesome builds. So keep that in mind. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to this website. Same one as my last tutorial. files.minecraftforge.net. And I will include all download links in the description. Or links, rather. So in this tutorial, I'm going to focus on installing a 1.6 server. So you're going to go down to the latest release for 1.6 and get the installer. We'll save that to the desktop. Cool. Looks like that's done. And then you're going to want to create a folder for your server. I'm going to keep it simple and call it Forge server. Whoops. Forge, I can spell. Forge server. Very simple. Then you're going to want to double click the file you downloaded, install server, and browse to the directory that you just created, Forge server. Open. Click OK and let it do its thing. So, looks like it's downloading the libraries from my previous tutorial, the Scala libraries and the compiler and crap. Yay, success. So, we don't need the installer anymore, delete that. So you're going to want to go into your Forge server, double click this piece of crap. It's going to generate all the folders and files you need to run a modded server. So it's going to launch the default GUI, which personally I don't like, but I will teach you how to fix that later. So once it says done, you can type stop in the console, and it'll save all the crap, all the data, and close itself. And you are left with all of the files you're going to need, as well as a folder called mods. So we're going to go in there, keep that up, and for this tutorial, we're going to download the Minejika 2 mod, which some of you may be familiar with if you have watched any of my Let's Play Minejika episodes with stupid freaking buttons. Shout out to Alex. And then we're going to download the 1.6 version. Skip AdFly, or get through AdFly, download from MediaFire. We'll save it to the desktop so it's easy for you to see. So there it is. All you gotta do is drag and drop, and then copy, go to your Minecraft folder. This tutorial is assuming that you all know how to install Forge to your clients so that you can play with mods. If you don't know how to do that, then click this link right here and it'll bring you to my tutorial on how to install manually, and that's pretty much what you gotta do. Yeah. So you go into your Minecraft mods folder, paste. So there you go. Now that you have your one mod, or maybe multiple mods if you want to play with a lot of mods, in your Forge server, you just double click this again and it'll run it with the mod. So that's pretty much how you set up the server, but I'm going to teach you one more step, and that is how to run the client or the console in terminal. So this text right here I will include in the description of the video, because this is a unique set of commands that usually I'm not going to assume that any other video has. So yeah, and I'll include that in the description, but you're going to save this as a batch file. Change that to all types. We'll call it launch.bat, like so. Should be on the desktop now, and we'll drag and drop to the Forge server folder. And since this batch file is looking for a file called forge-server.jar, we're going to rename this file to forge-server.jar. Straightforward, pretty simple. So you're going to launch it with the batch file, and it's going to do essentially the same thing that this file does, and looks like it's done, except it gives you a lot more info, which I personally like. So now that that's working, we'll stop it in console. Cool. And now we're going to see if it works by running Minecraft and launching the server. So looks like my IP4 address is 192.168.0.105. We'll launch my client. See, the console says that it's done. That means my server is ready to be connected to. Let's do a direct connection. It's going to be 192.168.0.105. And since the default port is 25565, that's what you got to slap on the end of this IP address. 25565. Join server. And there you go. As you can see in the console, I have joined. And as you can see in my game, I have joined. So that's a good sign. And I'm going to opt myself so I become OP. Oh, pun intended. Or no pun intended. There. Server opt to zzApotheosis. Which means I have access to game mode. And to prove that this is a modded server, Forge server, let's open up the Creative tab, go over to here, and looks like we have all of our Minecraft 2 stuff. Cool. And I am playing on the server because when I disconnect, it'll say so in console. Cool. So that is proof that my server is working. However, if you guys want to play with your friends, you're going to have to set up what is known as port forwarding. So that is going to be a separate tutorial for a separate time. So make sure you guys stick around if you want to see how that works, and make sure to subscribe. So thank you all for watching. This is zzApotheosis signing off.